Yeah, itching to get these ones in, fellas, but patience is a virtue, as they say. I'm 4 notches down in darkness, 5 right in the colour grid, so you never know. So, what do you think, fellas? Do you think this is what they call green sand? Is it the magical properties of green sand? Is that what we're just finding a way of practically inventing green sand? Okay, spot culling again. Don't know why, because I think we've already done this. So, I wonder what the difference is going to be there. Do you think we could get to a blue fly trap? Do you think so? I don't know. I mean, if this stuff actually got into the plant itself, this sort of cyanophyta stuff, we know that cyanophyta can actually turn turquoise if it loses one of its photosynthetic chromophores. Is that right? Is that right? I don't know. Yeah, that means more work. It does definitely need to be flushed, because yeah, they're not doing too well there, those fellas. Sorry, chaps. Better luck second time, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. No, I don't think sulphur's going to be the way, fellas. I think sulphur's, yeah, you're barking up the wrong tree there. It's a false pathway. So, anyway, we'll see how we go out here. This one's starting to put out a new leaf too. I don't know where this one's heading. It's I don't know if you can see in there. It's very plasticky sort of looking leaf there. This one's starting to put out new stuff now. I think because the flower stalk is almost spent, so it's starting to put stuff out there. Same with this one here. Either a plum fell off and smacked that one. I did pick up a pigeon though, you know, floating around trying to drink water and stuff, so it snapped off one, and a couple over there too got snapped off too yesterday. I was out for a while, so yeah. So still the petiole does seem to be reddening there, so and this one's finally making a move. I don't know, the bark tip seems to be a bit negative compared to the peat and the coir. Still in two minds about which is the better of the two. Oh, this one's starting to put another leaf out there, so interesting. Yeah, one in there. This one's starting to make a slow move. As I said, this one got snapped off. It is floating around somewhere in one of these pots. It got snapped off, and another one snapped off one of these two here. I planted in there just to see what would happen. These are starting to redden up over there. Don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. And that one's still sort of course, yeah, I could almost do with another water, that one over there. Anyway, oh yeah, and this one here is starting to make putting up another leaf. If I can get the sun around in there, down in there, sort of thing. So yeah, that one's about due to be open too. Don't know if this one's going to make a move, but geez, look at that soil, it's almost black. Didn't I say I was almost I liked a grey or a brown? If I get a browny grey, or maybe black's even the ultimate. It's actually green. It's very dark green, and you can see that at night time when the night moisture in the air actually jellifies is up to a certain extent. So it's extremely dark green. I mean, if we could get that extreme dark green into a plant and tweak it, we could. Until we get a really dark Venus flytrap, or maybe head towards a glaucon. I don't know. If we can learn how to do that, then we might have a chance of getting a blue flytrap. But I don't know. At the moment, I'm in two minds whether it's actually possible. But anyway, we'll see. Let's get off spot culling for a while. No, I was on tracking for some reason there. Don't know. It seems to skip around. So this one's also starting to put out a couple of leaves in there, but nothing special. Sybil? Nothing special, Sybil? Yeah, I thought I'd make John Cleese have a bit of a laugh. Okay, yeah, if I put my hand behind that one. Yeah. Maybe that's why that bloke wears black gloves on the internet. He can just put his black glove behind something, and I'm just wondering why he does that. I mean, if your plants are that poisonous that you have to wear gloves, Are you doing something wrong? I don't know. I mean, what's the point of having giant plants if you can't touch them with your bare hands, sort of thing? Okay, because you might die. It's probably using culture. Oh yeah, this one's starting to make a move, this one here. But if you notice also the sand is starting to green as well, getting that sagey green in it between. So the sand and bark chip when the sand is, and it's, it's getting waxy as well, a bit like this too. So there's something there, fellas. If we can just figure it out, I think we'll get there. But so far, no real difference between peat and newspaper cellulose capping sort of thing. They're still both running about equal. So I would like a bit more growth, but as we get to the third week of February, if we're still here, we haven't had a massive bushfire or something. Anyway, so yeah, they're slow. These ones here, I reckon they're going to go red eventually. Those ones there, slow. They're pinked at the moment, but yeah. Yeah, look at the light. It is moving very quickly. I reckon I'm gonna have by Christmas or just after. By the new year, I'll be shifting those things and one brick over, I reckon. But anyway, that's about it for now. There's not much really to report. I suppose tomorrow's the big one. We can get that one in and whack a few plants in it. We might get a bit of a surprise. This thing here with whatever is happening down the side, we might get a ballistic response. Do you remember that story I told you? From about 17, around about the new millennium, I tried on Banana, and suddenly the stipulate bud reflexed backwards, and 3 roots came out, 2 on one side and 1 on the other, with crimson red. This gorgeous crimson red root hairs on it. They got about a couple of millimeters before the soil and just stopped, as though they were waiting for something or sensing something. Either it was something that was not quite right, or maybe it was something that was just too good. I don't know. Really weird. So maybe we'll start getting something like that happening. Well, I mean, we've already got a bit of orangey red to. Anyway, so tune in for that. I don't know. It's probably going to be about day 95 onwards or something. It takes a few days to settle in, and bang. If it's going to go, it's going to go, I reckon. And we're either going to get some surprise, I reckon, like that, like with that callousing there. Maybe we'll get both callousing. We might get like a red callousing against a rather glaucous, almost bluey turquoise leaves. You never know. Gee, wouldn't that be fantastic? Instant JPEG on the. I reckon Facebook would go ballistic if I can get a JPEG like that up there. Hopefully, then the plane tickets from the international will magically turn up in my box next year sometime. He invited me to the international conference, saying, "Well, how the heck did you do that?" And I say, well, it's not what you CPs are not what you think they are. You got it all arse upwards. As I say, everything's in the wrong in my Alfred Daniel Hall book. Yeah. So just keep that back in the mind. Everything that seems to be to do with CPs is in the wrong section of my book, my Alfred Daniel Hall, the soil book. You might want to get a copy yourself. Once you get into it, you can hardly put it down. It's just so. I just like the style. I wish I could write like that. I mean, even transcribing the information from Stalin makes it so exciting. And it seems to be totally unbiased as too, which is amazing. How they were so well trained back in the Victorian era. So to be totally unbiased and to be able to translate things like that, just translate German into English and just do it so that no one can tell, and be totally non-biased and get the message out there into the real world sort of thing. Transmit it 100 years into the future, so someone down here in southern Abertland can read it and suddenly get the old Vulcan eyebrow raised, say, "What? I don't believe that. That's improbable." Okay, over and out. See you. Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then. Okay, over and out. Bye.